You watch like first place Minnesota, and then you watch second, third, fourth, fifth. Second, third, fourth, fifth routines all feel so similar. All feel same in terms of transitions and all this fun stuff, right? I could even argue like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So I see that point in the originality for Palm, and then sticking to like the course. That's why I wanted to bring out like that core part of Palm, because I think back to like when I first discovered what Pace Elite was. Like visuals were incredible, right? But it's not to the point where I'm like overstimulated. It's like I could digest it and understand what's going on. I have the picture in my head. I remember the picture in my head then I can remember the next picture in my head. And that's what makes it memorable to me. But anyways, go ahead.
This is why I love judging with Shan when I get the privilege of judging with her because and we have opposite feelings about this in a very respectful way. I will lean towards the kind of creativity and the artistry part a little bit more. But here's the bigger picture of this, and Kyle, I think at the risk of getting tons of hate mail, I'm just going to put it out there. When you start getting super elite teams when you're in my super elite teams, right? And so they're all getting, I mean, they're at the highest. They're getting 9.9s and 10s and, in each. So maybe we'll talk about just the staging element. So Ohio State, maybe I would have given a 9.9 and then, Minnesota State, University of Minnesota, 9.7. But when you have a tool, your score sheet, that has overall effect or general or something like that, and you've got all this clump of all these super high elite teams, guess what you've allowed the judges to do in that overall effect? To pick their favorites.
Yep.
Because it's overall effect. It's not being rubriced. It's just like, okay, which one did I like better? And so what happens is that's what wins, and so that becomes the luck of the draw with the panel you're on. So if it was, Shannon and I in that panel, it would kind of cancel itself out, which you kind of want, right? You want to have a balanced judging panel, but say you were the unfortunate ones that really got a judging panel that really leaned one way or the other, then that answers just because of that one subcaption. And it's why I abhor it because I feel
Yeah.
like it's not fair to just say what you like.
Do you think we need to get rid of overall impression?
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Or inappropriateness.
I think
Difficulty, like what, go ahead.
I think the visual layering. I remember there was a time back in the days when I think it was for USASF in the score sheet, there was like a caption where the value was like 20 points for visual impact or palm technique or something like that. And I think I like that score sheet because it was rewarding what palm really is. And they have like in their jazz score sheet, they have like 20 points for the technique, or in the hip hop score sheet, they have like 20 points for the groove and the team, how they were moving as a team. So each genre have a subcaption that was like 20 points that was rewarding the style. So I think for Palm, it needs to be the visual impact because I think we're missing it, or we're not missing it, but losing it sometimes with some teams. I think Shan said earlier, like it's getting crazy. Well, right now I think it's getting more athletic now, but there was some years ago where it was going crazy with the acro steals or the turn sections. Like I was like, oh, yeah, you only need one turn section to get it right, or you don't need any acro to win. You just need to hit your visuals and give us some good palm, and that's it. And because maybe what Sean was saying, like maybe that's why Minnesota did so good this year. Like it was like very traditional, the palm, and you can see it from like you can see the visuals and get it from wherever side of the arena you were watching the choreography. But yeah, I think the visual impact needs to be rewarded even more. And I think that's what I like about also, I'm going to go from another event producer or another competition, like on the ICU score sheet, at the very top of the score sheet, they have it's like category style execution. So you have to give the credit to the team if they are doing palm correctly, or if they are doing jazz correctly, or if they are doing hip hop correctly, not just like proficiency of movement or quality of movement. It's about the genre or the style they are executing on that floor.
I like you, Ricardo.
Yeah.
I like you.
Yeah.
But I will say, I feel like just in dance in general, and this has been a conversation that's been going on for, I don't know, a while now, where it's like there's a jazz solo that's posted on TikTok, but it's like 90% acro, and we've kind of taken away from just like the quality of movement. That seems to be, in a way, celebrated, where it's like, no, in jazz, we want quality of movement, give us jazz. Contemporary, no, we want quality of movement, give us contemporary. Palm, no, we want the 540s, aerials, toe touches, kicks. And it's like, what about the quality of movement and what actually originated in Palm? And for some reason, I hear this conversation and it's like everyone looks for that turn sequence that's just going to be the make or break of the team for Palm. And it's like, why are we not giving that same respect to Palm?